The Big Bang started as a tiny, tiny speck billions of years ago. Much, much less than a second, it grew to a much, much bigger size in a rapid, crazy explosion. So, this is my explosion. Called inflation. What's happening? Quarks turned in or formed electrons and neutrons and protons. So these are my neutrons and protons. All happen in like the first few seconds of life or the universe, I guess, or the Big Bang. Finally, 300,000 years later, did atoms form, and so stars also formed, and that is what happened for the Big Bang. All stars start out as a nebula, as you can see here. So eventually, while gravity pulled the nebula together, as you can see here in green, gravity condensed our nebula in the middle. This pressure, atoms combine, so
hydrogen atoms combined.
This fusion in the form of radiation. This is our star to burn super brightly, or for our sun, it's yellow colored. Different stars have different lifetimes. So if this is a large star right here, it eventually turns into a blue supergiant, and then a red giant, and then lastly a supernova. And then eventually it'll either giant like that, and then it turns into a blue giant, and then eventually a type 2 supernova or a neutron star. And that would be a large star. For a medium-sized star, which is here, you would start out as a nebula, turn into a sun-like star, and then a red giant, and then a planetary nebula, and then finally a white dwarf. If you were to be small size, start out small, you would be a nebula, a red dwarf, and then continue being a red dwarf, and then a white dwarf. So that's the different lives of different sized stars. And also, larger stars live shorter life. Supernova, or a star's death, ends up turning into creates planets. Basically means that stars created the entire universe. So kind of. So you and me are all made up of stars, because the stars formed planets and us. So now that's amazing, isn't it? Like, you can go be like, hey guys, I'm a star. Yep, that's how cool. Sun right now it was formed like all stars. Our sun is a star. It started as a nebula, as shown here, and currently our sun is in its second stage as a sun-like star, right here. Eventually, though, over time, it'll become a red giant, and then a planetary nebula here, and lastly, a white dwarf. So our sun is a medium-sized star, causing it to become a planetary nebula instead of a supernova, which is good. That's nice. So, yeah, that's how our sun was created, by nebula here. And now it is a sun-like star. Just like stars, planets formed from a nebula. So that's cool. Sun was formed as the sun formed in the center, right there. Its gravity caused matter to kind of swarm around it, I guess. Kind of here, like make a kind of circle-y warm thing, like a spiral, I guess. A what? Dust began colliding together as shown here, and this created planetesimals. So planetesimals collided, creating planets. Woo! There's my planet.
Yay!
It's amazing. Okay.
Yay!
Eventually, planets. Here's my planet. Captured everything in its orbit, so it got really big. Different planets now are in a different orbit, and so these are the... Okay, didn't mean to do that. I erased a planet. Okay. These are the inner planets right here, and these are the outer planets. And basically, what makes them different is, well, they started out the same, as you can see here, but then the inner planets are smaller. These are the inner planets, these are the outer planets, and these got bigger because when the sun let off stuff, because the sun melted the stuff, the ice and water off of all these, so they got smaller. As you can see, they're smaller. But these were farther away from the sun, so the ice and water didn't melt. And then, when the sun let off stuff, like little particles, these planets, the inner planets, were too small to catch it, but the outer planets were big enough, so they just got even bigger. Is why the outer planets are so much bigger than the inner planets. That is the galaxy, not the galaxy, the solar system. Yay! The end. Maya and Maya.
Yippee!
Yeah, yippee. Woo! Bye.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.